What's up, guys? Welcome to Move to Action. Hope you're having an incredible week. Hey, let me encourage you. Press in. First of all, I want you to watch this whole video and then invest in yourself. And then second, I want you to press into things that are challenging right now. Whether it's spiritually, relationally, emotionally, press in. God would not bring you to something He would not bring you through. We just have to be consistent. That's what Move to Action is all about. The Move to Action mindset is consistently move to action, decision by decision, whatever it might be. So listen, you may not have everything you need today to accomplish all that you want to, but if you will consistently move to action, decision by decision, you can get there. I'm going to share with you a passage today. It's one of my favorites. It is very encouraging, but also very challenging. Before I get into it, let me ask you this question. We're always talking about move to action, us, move to action, move to action. But what about, is there a possibility? Is there a way that we can move God's heart to action? Is there a way that we can move God to action? And if there was, wouldn't you like to know it? Wouldn't you like to live it? Wouldn't you like to pray it? Let me read you this because I believe that we can. It may not always look like we want to, but I believe we can. I'm going to read you Matthew 21 through 28. This is an amazing passage. It says this: leaving that place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman in that vicinity came to him crying out, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is demon-possessed and suffering terribly." Now, I just want to go ahead and tell you, that's not something little. That's not like, hey, my dog died. Hey, my Nana is sick. That is, my daughter is demon-possessed and she is suffering terribly. That's a pretty intense prayer request. I'm going to shoot you straight. Jesus did not answer a word. Has anybody ever felt like that? Jesus did not answer a word. Some of us feel like when we don't hear Jesus respond, God respond immediately. He doesn't hear us. He did not respond a word. So his disciples came to him and said, and urged him, "Send her away, for she keeps crying out after us." Have you ever had somebody come up to you and say, maybe it's not God's will? Hey, maybe you should pray a little bit different. It's okay if it doesn't work exactly how you wanted to. There's so much in this passage. He answered to the woman, I was sent only for the lost sheep of Israel." The woman came and knelt down and said, "Lord, help me." He replied, "It is not right for me to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs." Remember, Jesus came. He came for the Israelites, for the Jewish people first, and then we haven't even gotten to the people that she was yet. So that's what he's saying. But she said, "Yes, it is, Lord." She just disagreed with Jesus. Get that? She just disagreed with Jesus. He said, "It's not right for me to take the children's bread and give it to the dogs." She said, "Yes, it is, Lord. Even the dogs eat crumbs that fall from the master's table." Now, she disagreed with God. She disagreed with Jesus, right? And what is his response? See, I think a lot of us, we kind of hide from any sort of confrontation with God. We don't want to share our frustrations with him. Our God's a big God. He can handle it. What's Jesus' response? Then Jesus said to her, "Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted." And her daughter was healed, bam, in that moment. There's a couple things I want to pull out of this passage, a couple things that I want us to see. First of all, this woman was humble. She came before God. She didn't expect, hey, God, you have to heal my daughter. I deserve it. You must. That's the first thing. We want to move the heart of God. We want to move God to action. I don't know about you, but I do. A humble heart. That's the way to go. The second thing, resilient. Jesus answered with no. It's not right for me to do what you're asking me to do. She said, "Yes, it is, Lord." So first, she was humble. Next, she was resilient. She was humble and she was resilient. And the last thing that I love so much is that she came to God. She came, even though she was discouraged. These are Jesus' disciples. The guys that wrote the New Testament that we read all the time. These are the guys that tried to hush her. And that's just a small recording. I wonder what they said to her. Try to push away. I think that they tried, but they couldn't, so they asked Jesus to try to hush her away. But she wouldn't be stopped. She was humbled. She was resilient. And you know what else I love? She was surrendered to Jesus' plan. She had what she hoped would happen. She had what she desired to have, but she was ready for whatever God said. And when she got an answer she didn't like, she kept on going before him. So listen, whenever you get something you feel like, hey, I don't like that response, God, keep on going back. God's plan is better. It says that His ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. If we will be humble, we will be resilient, and we will be submitted to God's plan, we will move the heart of God. Our world is desperate to see a move of God. Our world is desperate for revival. And what will see revival is humble, resilient, and submitted believers. Let's be that. Let's see a move of God by moving God's heart to action and us being faithful to move to action ourselves. I love you. I believe you. Share this with somebody. I'll see you next week.